Good morning, students. Welcome to the world of e-learning. Today, we are going to discuss the second chapter of political science, federalism. In the previous chapter, power sharing, you have read about two countries, Sri Lanka and Belgium. You read that central government of Sri Lanka is not sharing its power to states or provinces. This type of government is called as unitary government. Whereas, in the example of Belgium, power is shared between the central and state government. This type of government is called as federal government. Now see the difference between unitary and federal government. Number 1. In unitary form of government, all powers are vested with the single central government, which is supreme and powerful. Whereas, in federal type of government, one central government is there for the country and different provincial governments are there. It is a form of government where power is divided between government at the different levels. Number 2. In a unitary form of government, the central government can pass any order to the state or local governments on any specific issues. Whereas, in a federal system of government, the central government is not authorized to instruct the state government on any particular issue. State governments are free to work on any issue related to the state according to its will. England, Italy, Japan, China, France, etc. have a unitary form of government, whereas countries like USA, Canada, Australia, Brazil, India, etc. have a federal type of government. So, federalism is a system of government in which the power is divided between a central authority and various constituent units of the country. Now, look at the important features of federalism. There are 7 features given in your book, but here we are taking 5 important features. Number 1. There are 2 or more levels or tiers of government, that is, central or union government and state government. Number 2. Different level of government governs the same citizen, but each level of government has its own legal authority in matters of making laws, taxes and administration. Number 3. The fundamental provisions of the Constitution cannot be changed by any one level of government, means not by central or state government alone. Number 4. Courts have the power to explain the Constitution and the powers of different levels of government. Courts acts as an umpire. Number 5. Sources of revenue for each level of government are clearly mentioned in the Constitution. The exact balance of power between the central and state government varies from one federation to another. So, according to the balance of power between the central and the state government, there are 2 kinds of routes through which federations have been formed. First type is coming together federation. It involves independent states coming together on their own to form a bigger unit. All units and central government are equally strong. Examples are USA, Switzerland, Australia, etc. The second route is where a large country decides to divide its power between central government and states. In this, the central government is more powerful than states. Examples are Belgium, Spain, and obviously India.